Australian racer Dan Reardon has competed in arenas and stadiums across the globe. He has won 4 Australian Supercross championships and raced on the biggest stage of them all, the American Supercross Series. In 2012, Dan announced his retirement from racing before making a triumphant comeback in 2015. He has never raced in the UK. Until now. Welcome to Arenacross.
Hey guys, I'm Dan Reardon. I ride for iFly JK Yamaha. Arenacross had the opportunity last year and unfortunately didn't work out, but then this year we happened to get a run together and we made it happen. So yeah, first time here, first time in England, and pretty excited about the whole thing. It's different, it's a lot different to what I'm used to. The tracks are obviously smaller, we understand that. They're not as technical as what we're typically after. You know, it's pretty intense, you know, you don't have a lot of time out there. We're used to doing 20-minute Supercross races, you know, so I think we're out there for about 6-7 minutes, which is quite short. So yeah, it's something that I'm slightly adapting to. You know, I brought all my bits and pieces from Australia, you know, in terms of bike setup and bits and pieces like that. And every round we go softer and softer and softer, you know, because it's just not the same thing. So we're slowly getting comfortable. Starting on a grid start is different for me as well. We don't generally do that in Australia. So there's a lot of new aspects to racing that I haven't come across in a long time, if not forever. So yeah, we're getting there. I think the show is awesome. You know, I honestly do. Like, as a fan of the sport, I think it's this is as good as it gets. You know, I think the show and everyone that's involved, even just talking to some of the track builders, you know, and bits and pieces like that. You know, it's been a little bit frustrating with dirt and being soft, and you know, obviously that's the English weather, but everyone puts in such a good effort, you know, to try and make the best possible outcome, you know, even if it's not the best conditions. So like I said, the show is awesome. As a fan, it's definitely worth to turn up. I started out racing in Australia, obviously, and at a young age, at age of 5, and you turn pro when you're 16 in Australia, and pretty much 16 to 18 or 19. Won about 4 titles by that stage, a lot of Supercross, 5 titles, but did a lot of Supercross stuff. And then I went to the AMA and I spent nearly 5 years in America. Rode some really good teams, and yeah, we had some good success over there as well. And then come back to Australia, and then I retired. I was burnt out, I was over the sport, and I just needed to do something completely different. I rode twice in about 3 years, and then I got the itch to come back racing again, and started racing in Australia at the age of what was I think 29, nearly 30, and ended up winning another championship, a Supercross title there, and then went back to America after that and raced for Star Yamaha last year. So yeah, my career's sort of been all over the place. It's nice to be here in England, and you know, that's important to me because I'm 32 years old. I'm one of the older guys out there. It's important for me to enjoy the sport for what it is, and if I have the opportunity to go and race and ride somewhere that I haven't been before, then more than likely that's going to steer me in that direction. And I just want to enjoy doing what I do. It's been good. The people are hard to understand for me, especially my partner, because she's American, so they're even harder for her to understand. I keep running into castles. I swear I've seen like 5 or 6 castles since I've been in the UK. I know we've only been at 2 rounds, but Manchester I got up a day early just so I could walk around and have a look and just see parts of the world that I haven't seen before. And we did the same yesterday as well. So it's good. It's definitely cold compared to what I'm used to. It's about 40 degrees back home in Australia, so a bit of a culture shock, but it's good. You know, I'm pretty excited to be here. I've been having fun, you know, and for me that's the main thing. What really attracts me is how technical Supercross can be. You know, jumping lanes that other people don't jump, whoops that are really big. I know so far it's been a little bit different to what I'm used to, but generally that's what drives me for Supercross. I enjoy riding Supercross. I actually enjoy riding around. I could do 100 laps and still have a good time. So it's just something that's just in my blood. I think these tracks definitely breed a different style of rider, but you know, we're only at 2 rounds in, so you know, who knows, you know, what the other rounds are going to be like, what the dirt's going to be like. But I don't know. I would hold the, you know, English guys high in regards to the French guys, because I think they're just as good. It's nice to be in the mix and be the, you know, the Australian over here and race in this series. But yeah, all pretty solid guys. The last weekend, track was really soft. That dirt was like nearly like a sand. It was like a sandy sort of track. I actually put something on my social, on my Instagram account, of my GoPro footage from that round, and it was probably one of the craziest races I've ever been a part of. There was guys going everywhere. I swear I made contact unintentionally with maybe 6 or 7 people in a, you know, an 8-lap race. It was one of the craziest races I've ever done, and try to get prepared a little bit better for this time. But the weekend was okay. My starts haven't been that great so far, just because, you know, starting on this grid, I just haven't really figured it out, and hopefully I got figured it out for this round. But last weekend I tend to always come back from like mid-pack or towards the back. Yeah, went down in the main event unfortunately, but it is what it is, and yeah, we're ready to go. We made some changes to the bike this week in preparation for Newcastle, and yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position.
We've been a year away from being here with you tonight. Are you ready for the 2018 Power Maxed Arenacross? Ah, yes!
Riding the I-5 JK Yamaha racing machine. It's number 122. Dan Reardon. Give it up for Dan from the other side of the world. That's the kind of heat he's used to. Instant carnage. Dan Reardon goes into the belt. And who's that down as well? That is Fabian. Yeah, Fabian is one.
So we are looking at Team Inspire, I believe. We wait for them to come around the finish line to get the crown on places. We're going to have one. Oh, look at that Supercross start. We have a new player. We'll look at what's going on there in front as well. So we are looking at Adrian Scofier, as he has Kamada, 152 Supercross, and Hugo Sula, and then a Becky Ownership. Adam Chapter is up there in the mix.
Yeah, and then we've got Matt Bayless right behind. I'll actually get his name right this week. Him and Chris look so similar. Anyway, Matt's there, but it's a Scofier on the MBRD, St. That's Kamada, and then Supercross on the full system Yamaha. Remember, he's been so close to winning 2 series. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Moving into the lead. Reardon's gone down again in the 1-2-2.
And then what a start in Thomas Quebec. I think he will come back now. And Dan Reardon is in the mix as well, alongside Cyril Camon. There is our top 3. We've got Bayless in the mix as well. And then 777, I Fly, I believe that is the big ownership. Heat now moving to fourth place. Oh, and Thomas from there squeezes ahead of Dan Reardon. We've got Australia versus France.
So Jennifer ran straight into the back of Cyril Coulon. It's all gone wrong for him and he was in the mix. But I did say our number 1 for 122 need a good ride. And look at that, how they respond. Professional athletes, they were under pressure to get a good start. And the pair of them absolutely nailed it.
Now the beneficiary of that mistake by Chatfield, his fellow Brits, it is Matt Bakers who's sitting in fourth place with some airtime and quite airtime behind him. Then he comes back on the step, chasing him hard down the back straight. He had got him to the 7 of England Russia, who was chasing Matt Bakers, number 10. Now, can you see him takes around up front? He's got 3 of the best MXs in the world in his top spots. Dan Reardon, 4 times Aussie champion, top 3 US from Thomas again. Can anybody stop him when he's out in front?
Well, the thing is, he might even win this race, number 1, but that still might not be enough to get him directly into the main. Remember, he had a shocking first moto. Same with Reardon. They're just doing the best they can and hope the points stack up their way. Cyril Coulon, who won the first heat, just made a major double, and now he's got Vegas all over the back of it. Matt Vegas, number 10.
He has got the victors on his team, but it is great to see the Aussie who's made one of the longest trips to join us in the top spots.
Yeah, Reardon nearly touching the front end. The top 2 are getting away. Cyril Coulon, who's quite happily number 7, just sit there in third. Behind with James Dunn in that GL12 2-stroke. You can hear the difference. Very different power delivery from the 4th stroke, and he will be popped to be in there in 4th. No doubt about it.
Can he hold on to it though? Because still, there we have the winner right there. We knew it was going to happen. Thomas Clement, front runs. Then Mr. Dan Reardon in second place all the way from Mars.
Yeah, so first heat race, we actually got off to a really good start. I just tangled bars off that little mesh drop that they have with a Honda guy on the left, and it just sort of sent me into the tough blocks, and we bent the bike up pretty bad. We continued on and then actually went down again, just my shroud and everything was sort of bent out. I couldn't get far enough forward on the bike, and I don't know where we finished, 7th or 8th in that one. So we knew that the next heat race was pretty important. We got off to a reasonably good start, but finished second in that one, so I'm pretty confident that I'll be in the head-to-head. Haven't done that yet. It looks a little bit wild, but we'll see how we go. In terms of goals, like, if you ask any rider, they're always going to tell you they want to win. They want to win a championship. You know, that doesn't change. It's all the same for me. You know, my time over here, I definitely want to have a good series. I want to be competitive. Yeah, I just want to be towards the front, and you've got to be consistent in these rounds. First round, unfortunately, wasn't the best, but if we can be consistent from here on out, then there's a good chance that we can take this title, and I honestly believe that. So yeah, just good racing, and just enjoy my time in the UK. Yeah, so head-to-head, that was interesting. It was something that I hadn't done before, and I've seen a lot on TV. And I think the head-to-head tonight, well, especially from my side of things, was relatively easy. I was probably expecting a little bit more contact and come back with half-bent bike, but it was pretty simple tonight. And you know, getting in the final, that's what we're here for. So that was super important that we got on there. The final was a weird one. Got off to a not the best start, but I moved through the pack like pretty quick, and I was feeling comfortable. You know, like I feel like I gelled well with this track tonight. It was definitely difficult in terms of ruts and maybe the soil, but all in all, I felt comfortable out there. And we were just going along, minding our own business, and there was a tough block sitting right smack in the middle of a lane. I had nowhere to go, and unfortunately, I hit it and crashed and bent my bike again. And yeah, we just had to salvage what we could. I still managed to get a couple of passes, get a couple of points. I'm not too sure where we finished, but regardless, I'm still enjoying my UK trip. Looking forward to the next round, and yeah, it's been an awesome trip so far, and I love doing this.